Welcome back to part 7. Sorry about the abrupt end to part 6. My computer decided it wanted to freeze and, well, ever since the last Windows update it's kind of been doing that, and there's no real explanation why. I've done research and everything and just nothing showed up. So, we're going to, I guess, pick up where we left off. I believe we were loading into this level when we were so rudely interrupted.
One thing's worse than the heat in Colford Cauldron. The smell, like rotten eggs. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
And I'm getting texts from my mother. I just found out she had to go to the ER, so... Nothing too majorly serious, I don't think. They did have to give her a CT scan though, so it's kind of I don't want to say touch and go situation because it's not bad. It's just she's been sick for a while and was refusing to go to the doctor. And now she's in the ER because she should have gone to the doctor a while ago.
So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
Although I'm sure the fire bells would have helped a heck of a lot more. Oh, so it's... Alright, so which one do I want? This way first. of falling off the edge.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt.
Such a beautiful thing.
The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. It's awful hot in there.
I didn't even see that.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
Pecker nuts.
Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
A patchwork of sticks with a lone egg nestled inside. Peckers were hunted aggressively before the calamity, but their numbers never seemed to dwindle. Even now, they appear to be thriving.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
Going to keep it where it is, because it seems to be working out.
place is inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on.
Hey, Jean. Did you want a place to sit? Here. Ah! Did not mean to.
After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames. We saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just had to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog.
Those are called stink eyes.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
Do I? You were leaving it off, but you didn't.
Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though. a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
All right.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
I'm a pet sitter, according to that achievement.
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Yeah.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. Ever see a kid with a musket and a fire bellows? Bit of a disturbing sight.
Alright. Well, wait. Let's not make this mistake again. We are going to upgrade what I use the most. Oh, excuse me. Attacks cripple and attacks deal damage over time or a critical hit. Effects stacks with serrated edge. So,
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
thank you much.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Well, let's go work on those bellows.
Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Caelandia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers. Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started losing the fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint. Peckers were willing to fight tooth and nail for all that trash.
So there's a time limit. What do I get, third? Alright, we're gonna try again. Probably need to upgrade it before I do anything.
Know how we kept the city clean? We put all our trash in Grady Incinerator.
Or do anything better, but... Alright. Pinky, I need you to crack real quick. Thank you.
Peckers that flock together were easy pickings. Keeping the incinerator clean was a paying job, but not a pleasant one.
I think I just got first place. No, I didn't. But I got second place. So we're just gonna head back and then move on to the next level.
You'd almost think those peckers like getting cooked.
Forgot to hit E. Alright, let's move it on.
can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore.
Maybe I should have brought the,
There's no more mountains now.
I don't know what's up ahead. I don't want to get hurt. Ah, shit. I hate these things.
There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot.
Not gonna run into anything. Damn it.
The beasts of Mount Zand go all out.
Wow. I have a hard time fighting those things when I can see them. Something
Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers.
no clue where I'm going.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
Mother of Christ.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
Alright, I think I need to go back. Because I feel like I've been...
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
Alright. Ooh, that was fun.
It's a delicate situation.
Again, queen of rolling off the edge.
The best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down, quick and clean.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
That's kind of neat.
What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking.
Felt like there should have been something over there.
Look at it this way, it's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's game, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place. They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
Next level, please.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
Yes, respawn me right into the poisonous liquid.
We just really need their shard.
Alright. I think I've cleaned as many bad guys as I can.
Kid got it fair and square. That's the way. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Holy crap.
The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. The triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive. The conscience, we haven't lost everything, long as we have that. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own.
Kinda like the mortar, but... Wait. I can do stuff with the outhouse. It's locked. Who's locked in there? Everyone's outside. Alright. So, health. Critical hit at full health. Absorb stray fragments. Reduce damage from falling, plus 200 damage by falling on foes. Speed while defending, or black tonic capacity. You know what? I fall a lot, so.
Fallen malt is filled with crunchy minerals that'll keep you safe out on them rocks.
Alright, I do have enough to upgrade. So, +1 blades per throw or critical hit damage.
A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice.
Alright, so where's the... There we go. We can upgrade this one. Reduce penalty to long-range damage or faster reload.
To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil. I think the gods are gonna help.
Alright, let's move it around.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Alright, let's go try the proving ground for the mortar.
Celandia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable. At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times. Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape.
Alright, so what do I need for first prize? 80. Let's try it again. That doesn't seem
If you
too
got a
far
thing
hit.
for heavy
I
artillery,
bet.
then I've got the place for you.
Zakin speaks. Alright. Dang it. Oh, cool. That worked out. Be patient.
A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of a mortar. If a galleon mortar couldn't squish enough squirts, it was simply replaced.
I've only got one more shot. Yeah. Alright, we'll just move on.
Too bad about the Armada, but at least one of those mortars survived. Don't look down.
There we are. Bastion Quarry. Oh, excuse me.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Celandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Bastion Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, rattletails. quarry ain't exactly up to safety standards no more.
I don't think it ever was.
Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. There was even more to it than that. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? Even stink eyes started taking root here. Ura always were a superstitious lot.
Let's
Hard times in the
I
quarry
have my
these
shield
days.
up, facing the correct direction.
It might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
Vaguely.
That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. His big fat rump's plenty tough too. So is a kid.
Breathe, because I haven't been breathing, which is kind of an issue. Brings about headaches. And flippin' serious? I'm stuck on something.
Those rocks won't soon forget this.
Mother trucker on a stick. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get a glass of water, so give me just a second. I am back, and even better, I have a glass of water and a glass of cranberry and blood orange hard cider. So, you never know. Sometimes the alcohol is all you need. Also, kids under 21, don't drink. That's good. Alright. Restart area. Go through all that again.
Just takes 3 things to build the greatest city in the world. It takes hard work, planning, and it also takes Bastion Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit.
In a little bit.
The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life,
Oopsies.
we found that the oldest ones remember things. But there was even more to it than that.
Oh, good.
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities.
There's something like that.
Even stink eyes started taking root here. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news.
I don't see how the fire bellows can help me, or really anything else. I mean, I like the sneaky decoy. The trip, you know what? We're gonna switch out and try the trip mine now. Alright,
On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
that wasn't so bad.
The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. The shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Mother trucker.
Hard times in the quarry these days.
Only to lose a life over that.
Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys, and we just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion quarry is Sir Lunky's head. His big fat rum's plenty tough too, but so is the kid.
Trucker, I wasn't watching.
Get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says.
Okay. Do I have to switch again?
It's him. "I've come to warn you," he says. "The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back." Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred.
That's how I feel about it too.
"If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will."
It's cold.
Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word.
Let me go.
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that.
I don't know what it wanted me to look at.
Zulf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge.
Let me go.
They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back.
There's a back door to this place?
I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
So what's this heart thing? It's apparently not in there. I'm guessing that's the back way, so let's go this way first.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their hole. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away this place. We tried to stop it, but we needed help. sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.
I just rebuild that crap.
We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came.
Why did the Ura come?
To get us back. For the Calamity.
What did we do?
It was Caelandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
I mean, why upgrade the arsenal? Unless it was going to upgrade the amount of things I could have.
Now all we need is one last shard.
Well... Didn't I reach another level?
The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. The skippers delivered us from the motherland. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? But truth is, I don't want to know.
I thought I looked up again. I'm just crazy.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
There it is. Fly! Fly, my pretties.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zolf said the Calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand is living proof of that. At the heart of the Calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, Soldiers, spies, even me. We sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
The queen of falling off.
Pass this up.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit.
Glad I didn't roll again. I don't even know if you guys can see any of this. I just looked over and my imaging has gone. Huh. Interesting. Hold on. I'm working on it. Maybe. Well, I hope it's been recording this whole time. Otherwise, I'm sorry.
Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Alright then, if I ever get to the end of this level, I guess,
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
Let me go.
Great. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone. This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. We're lucky to be alive.
Should have been able to walk on that, in my opinion.
He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
Let me go.
Great.
These guys aren't much of a challenge. Well, why not?
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, the kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off.
What does that mean exactly? Pick up where the Calamity left off? Just kick everyone's
First
ass?
things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move. But we knew ours already.
So at this point, I'm gonna stop the stream. Hopefully everything recorded properly. It's showing up in OBS just fine, but on my dashboard on Twitch, it is not showing up. It's just a black screen. It's been counting the time, so I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this part. I will be getting back to it just shortly. Kind of feel like I'm in the home stretch here, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Those of you watching on YouTube, you can watch the next part right away. Just, forget the few minutes. So for now, see ya.